In 2016, Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein had a problem. Women were starting to talk, so he didn't hire lawyers. He hired spies. The company he turned to? Black Cube. And they don't just work for disgraced moguls. They work for governments, corporations, and anyone willing to pay their six-figure fees. Black Cube operates in the shadows of the intelligence world, staffed almost entirely by former agents of Mossad and Israeli military intelligence. These aren't private investigators. These are people trained in psychological manipulation, covert operations, and information warfare. Here's how they work. Black Cube operatives don't surveil from a distance. They infiltrate your life. In the Weinstein case, they created fake identities, posed as women's rights advocates, and befriended his accusers to extract information. One agent used the name Anna and met with actress Rose McGowan multiple times, pretending to support her while secretly recording everything. The goal wasn't just information gathering, it was disruption. They wanted to identify who was talking, what evidence existed, and how to discredit or silence these women before they could go public. And this wasn't a one-off job. Black Cube has been linked to operations across the globe. They've worked for powerful law firms defending multinational corporations in billion-dollar lawsuits. They've reportedly been hired by governments to undermine political opponents and activists. In one case, they allegedly targeted Obama administration officials who supported the Iran nuclear deal, attempting to dig up dirt that could discredit them. Their methods are straight out of intelligence playbooks: assume cover identities, build relationships under false pretenses, use shell companies to hide their involvement, and deliver dossiers that can destroy reputations. What makes Black Cube different from other corporate intelligence firms is their pedigree. Mossad is considered one of the most effective intelligence agencies in the world. When those operatives leave government service, they don't forget their training. They just start charging for it. The company operates from offices in London, Tel Aviv, and other major cities, but much of their work happens in hotel lobbies, coffee shops, and private meetings where targets never suspect they're being played. And they're expensive. Reports suggest Black Cube charges between $100,000 to over $1 million per operation, depending on complexity. Only the wealthy and powerful can afford them, which means they're almost always working against ordinary people, journalists, whistleblowers, or activists. After the Weinstein scandal broke and Black Cube's involvement became public, there was brief outrage. But the company is still operating. They've rebranded slightly, claimed they now have stricter ethical guidelines, but the core business model remains the same. Here's the disturbing part. Black Cube is just one firm. The private intelligence industry is massive and growing. Governments and corporations increasingly outsource dirty work to these companies specifically because it provides plausible deniability. If an operation goes wrong, it wasn't the government or the CEO. It was a contractor. These firms exist in legal gray zones. What they do often isn't technically illegal, especially when operating across international borders. Lying to someone isn't a crime. Recording conversations is legal in many jurisdictions. Building a dossier on someone is just research, but the cumulative effect is chilling. Imagine trying to expose corporate fraud, government corruption, or abuse of power, and suddenly people start appearing in your life. New friends, concerned journalists, potential allies, except they're all operatives, carefully extracting information to be used against you. This is the world Black Cube operates in, a world where power doesn't just buy lawyers and PR teams. It buys former spies who will infiltrate your life, map your relationships, and find every vulnerability you have. The Weinstein case revealed what many suspected. The ultra-wealthy don't play by normal rules. When facing exposure, they don't just defend themselves in court, they wage psychological operations. And Black Cube is still out there, taking contracts, deploying operatives, and proving that in the modern world, silence can be bought, just not with money alone. It requires expertise in manipulation, deception, and intelligence tradecraft. The question isn't whether companies like Black Cube exist. They do, and business is booming. The question is, Who are they targeting right now?